Friday was probably like, it was like top end of 6 figures, but...
Oh, you meant 6 figures on Black Friday week?
Yeah. There's like a lot of excitement in Manchester at the minute, which is great.
For sure, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Been doing bits with Chris Brown these days, you on, yeah?
Yeah, it's mega.
Yo, what is going on, people? It's Phil from King of Kicks UK, and today we're back with another episode of the Kicks Corner podcast. Today we've got a very special guest. It's the owner of Mercier brand. They've just got into JD Sports and they turned over 8 figures last year. Ben?
How'd you go, mate? You okay?
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, good time, mate.
How's business?
Good. Just prepping for the year now, get the infrastructure in place, and then we'll be away again.
Quiet period for you now?
Quiet period now, like Jan, Feb, usually quieter. You're setting yourself up, getting all your stock in, new designs in. Back end of last year, it was just hectic. You probably know yourself with your shoes.
Yeah, I'm glad we could finally get it sorted, man. I've been after you for a while, man.
Yeah, so...
Been seeing Mercier everywhere.
Yeah, we're just building the infrastructure. Like, we're going to get things in place this year properly, so there's no backlog or anything like that, and the back end will be sorted and the front end will just look after itself.
Okay.
As it is doing.
So yeah, when I first saw Mercier, I thought it was just another brand. Started looking into you a bit. You've actually got a good story behind it. So in a brief description, what would you say Mercier is? So
Mercier comes from my surname, which is Mercer, which stems from the French surname Mercier, but actually means a dealer in textiles and fabrics. Perfect. That's what it stands for. So it's just fitting. It just fit perfect with the brand, and then we just ran with that. Yeah. But originally it was going to be called like AUX Mercier, like Oh Mercier. Okay. And then my missus was like, sounds like AUX Lee. There's no chance you can do that. Not a chance. So then it just Mercier. Yeah, that's that. You couldn't have sold anything else. Exactly. That's it. It had to be clothing. It was that or nothing. So yeah. I mean, at the start it was hard. It was like first 2 years didn't take a penny out of the business. Like, not a penny. What, straight 2 years? Straight 2 years, nothing. Like, just reinvesting everything. Kept working, getting loans. Any spare hours was just there. And it was like a really small office that had all the stock in, everything, a little desk in the corner. So I think this is a bit of a tough one for people who are trying to start brands. Yeah. Or new brands that are coming around. So when you look at yourself now, you're making a lot of sales, you've got a big profile, you're obviously in JD, stuff like that. When you drop a new line now, you've got way more chance of it then growing. But when you're at the start and you've not got those customers already, how do you get going? It's hard. It is hard. I mean, I started with 2 or 3 caps and then like say 3 t-shirts. Caps sort of sold a little bit. I remember thinking one day when I was doing orders at my house, if I could sell 3 caps a day, I'd be flying. And I thought, one day I'll get to 3 caps a day. And I think I was doing like 2 caps a week. And then it just started snowballing. And then when I went into the tracksuits, I'd bring out a tracksuit, it cost however many thousands to drop a tracksuit, and it just wouldn't sell. Yeah, because you're buying big bulk. Yeah, you've got to get the numbers no matter what. So then I'd get a loan, put that tracksuit in sale. I wouldn't advise doing it, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't advise getting loans just to try and get a business going. I was getting personal loans. Oh, so not even business loans? No, not business loans, because no one would touch me with making any money. So you was pure fresh, weren't you? Yeah. So I was getting personal loans, transferring it into my business, and just kept doing that. And then at the end, it was like, you need to put something against it, some sort of collateral against it. So put my first house on it without telling my missus. Just fucking taking off. I was being fucked. But yeah, that's it. You got to take these risks, man. I knew it was on the cusp of taking off. Do you know what I mean? I could see the progression. But for calculated risks. Yeah. And for a while it done nothing. But then we did get there in the end, which is good. That's definitely a big risk. How did you start getting the first bit of traffic? So social media's changed a lot. Personally for us, Instagram used to be very good. You used to be able to just post a normal sort of flat lay photo and you'd get a lot of interaction. It was mad, wasn't it? The likes and everything you got. It really was. You got. On Instagram specifically for clothing sort of brands, it really was. Well, because I was fresh and I was new, it was a time when everyone was paying for influencers. Okay. And we couldn't afford it at the time, couldn't do it. And then one day they started to be a little bit of cash flow. And then I ended up using like a reality TV influencer was like, right, this is going to be big. This is going to fly. I think it was £1,000 or 500 quid at the time. I'm sure it was £1,000 because it was like most of the money we had saved up. He'd done the post, and I think it got like 2 orders and like 15 followers. I was like, wow. So it done nothing, just like wasted £1,000 for nothing. So I went completely away from that. And then I remember I sent a tracksuit to it was like just a cool kid from London, but a bit of comedy as well on his Instagram.
Oh, so we're a bit of an influencer type still?
Yeah, a little bit, but not one of them like cringy influencers, if you know what I mean. And he posted a picture in like his mum's bathroom with a ski goggles on the side of his head, and it just sold out. Tracksuit just sold out, and it went from there. And then I started picking up a bit of a core customer in London.
That's the thing; you can never fully guess what type of customers is going to be on them influencers.
No,
or you could even go get a big account. I mean, we've had sort of like collaborations with big $500,000 accounts before and stuff, and it's just done nothing.
It's mad, isn't it? I think there's a lot of value in micro influencers now.
See, this is how the game's changed. But you know, it depends what type of stuff you're selling. The thing is, when you're selling like a branded product, you can post it, people tend to search for the product. But if you've something with your branding on and you can send it to micro influencers, it's big.
It's just more reach. That's what it is. And if they're cool, if they're genuinely cool people, not forcing it, goes a long way, and people can see through that, I think.
I mean, people follow people, don't they?
Yeah.
So even if it's someone with 20k followers, I mean, if you put 20k people in the same place, it's a lot of people still in it. So
I think of it that way a lot. Say we sell like however many thousands of tracksuits of one colour and style. I'm like, imagine all them outside your warehouse, all in that tracksuit. That's a lot of people, a lot of tracksuits.
It really is.
It's mad.
So yeah, if you can find the right people, influence marketing still definitely
still
working.
There are a few little gems out there.
For sure. So why did you start it, and how did it start? Like early days, you sort of trying to get your first bit of clothing made or your first caps made. How was that process work?
Yeah, so early days, I always did something online when I was in school or whatever. So I remember selfie sticks when they were about a pain in the end, but before they was like out there in England as a brand, I was bringing them over from China for I think like £1.15 or £1.20, selling them for like 20, 30 quid.
Oh really?
Yeah, so there's a big markup in it, but I didn't know how to make a business. So I think I had like, remember Big Cartel?
Yeah.
Like proper shit sites. I had one of them that cost me like 100 quid to make. And then I was just selling on there, but I didn't know how to run a business. So that sort of died off, and then I was doing hoverboards, and then I was in Cambodia, and I was on the beach, and I just said to Mrs. I'm going to start a headwear brand, right, but I'm going to do it properly this time. Oh, so
it started purely just to be a headwear brand?
Yeah, I said I'm going to do it properly. It's going to be a proper business, and it's going to work 100%. It's just like, go on then. Right. Do it.
Rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history, yeah. End up doing it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even though them sort of like selfie sticks and hoverboards, you might not look to them as a proper business, but when you're starting out, that's how you learn business, isn't it?
It's teaching you for the thing that is going to work.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean? And then, like you say, I was getting them manufactured. I was getting caps manufactured in England at first. England's always expensive. I think I was paying like £12, £13 a cap for like poor quality cap.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But you could get like 10 or 20 made.
Yeah, it's a smaller.
It just got your foot in the door sort of thing. I've kept one of the caps and look at them now. I'm like, wow. I was trying to charge 30 quid for that. Do you know what I mean? But that was in London. But at the start, you always get ripped off. Yeah. And you don't know what you're doing. You don't know the fabrics. You don't know how things should look. So
that's the thing. When you're ordering from overseas, order quantity goes up, doesn't it? So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think like minimum's like 200-300, and then if you're in China, sometimes it's 500, depending on the product. Footwear's even higher. Footwear's like a lot.
I think China gets a bad stick, really. You can still get good quality stuff from
China. Really good quality stuff in China. A lot of big brands do get made in China still. They just don't sing and dance about it.
Yeah, just because of the bad stigma, right?
Yeah. They get a lot of stuff done in, say, Italy, Portugal and stuff, like people do. And then they'll get a lot of stuff done in China, but they just don't make the song and dance about that.
Yeah, I think there's
Don't be sniffed at China. There's a lot of like really good stuff there.
Yeah, there is for sure. So I'm glad I've finally been able to get hold of you. Been doing bits with Chris Brown these days, you, haven't you?
Yeah. So that was all like under wraps until today. I think we can like post about it tonight. like on our Instagram and everything. So that came about when a few months ago, there was a party going on at a club in Manchester called Mercier. Someone was doing a winter ball. DJ called Win. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out DJ Win.
Yeah. So I was with him today. He was doing like a ball there, and he was like, "Look, I'm going to do this thing. I want someone to be the sponsor, sort of thing. A brand to be the sponsor. Like there'll be a few faces down there, H and stuff." So I was like, "Yeah, we'll do it." Went and had a meeting with him. First meet with him, cool guy. Another girl called Megan. Done that, it went really well. Like the branding was cool, they done for us, the night was good. And then he said, we might have something else, but it's going to be quite a bit bigger, this one. And then he just said, look, we've got 3 managements. We know Chris Brown's management, they want someone to throw the official after party in Manchester. So tomorrow going down to London to watch him perform there, meet his management and stuff like that, sort of introduce ourselves. And then the night in Manchester is going to be, we'll meet him at the hotel before it, try and get some Mercier on him, obviously. Backstage and all that, and then the after party, which should be a good night. I think he likes a party anyway, doesn't he? By the looks of things.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How's that feel for you now then, to be dealing with people like that?
Yeah.
Dealing with people like Breezy, man.
It's mega. I mean, if he wears it, which is a golden egg, then that's it.
Happy days.
Until then, I'm not getting too gassed about it.
It's mad Manchester, you know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in Manchester. I'm not from Manchester, but I am close. Yeah. There's a lot going on in that city now.
There's a lot of brands, a lot of people coming through. I mean, even like the music scene, there's loads of people coming through as well. So there's like a lot of excitement in Manchester at the minute, which is great.
For sure, you can feel it.
Yeah.
A lot of young people in business as well.
Yeah.
Especially like clothing brands and people trying to do stuff.
People are doing really well as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are hungry.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I mean, there's more opportunity out there now, isn't there? I mean,
of course.
More opportunity, but matched with more competition.
A lot more competition, but everything's so much more accessible now.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine trying to start a clothing brand, say, 30 years ago. Be hard. You'd have to like go to the countries and look for factories yourself. Now it's just all there in front of you. The answers are in front of you. You just got to find them. You
still got to put the work down though.
Oh yeah.
So all the answers are there, but
my manufacturer, like, I'm with a different one now, but my first manufacturer took me like a year to find. That's a full year. Like sample, no good. Sample, no good. Sample, no good. Like samples are costing you. They rip you off on samples, so they'll charge you like say 80 quid for a top.
Yeah, but I mean they want you to then take that off the total order price.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they'd just be sending samples out to
a lot of people. Really
so.
ordering. But it's a lot. It is a lot easier now. You still got to put the work in, obviously, but it's just so much more accessible.
That's the thing. You've got to appreciate the opportunity with how the internet is now, man. Even we're talking 10 years ago, certain stuff wasn't available.
I think a lot of people don't know how to use it properly. Like Google will give you everything. You
everything.
Need. Yeah, you just need to find it
in 10 seconds.
Yeah,
everything.
Exactly. The answers are all in front of you.
So as we're talking about suppliers, getting samples, stuff like that, I can imagine there's a lot of miscommunication sometimes, especially when you're dealing with people from overseas.
Yeah.
Have you had any issues getting stock or any bad experiences?
You always get issues, so your issues will never be ironed out. You just got to like take the rough with the smooth, and the more it's just part of the parcel in the end. So early days I was with like an agency who was helping with the manufacturing. It was my first big collection. I think, say big collection, it's tiny thinking back, but it's like 25 grand at the time, which was big for me. And I think it came like between 8 and 11 months after it should have done. By this
11 months?
By this point, I should have cancelled it, but I didn't know you could cancel after paying deposit. So it was meant to be like a spring sort of time. Was it spring sort of time? Might have been 8 months. It should have been like a summer collection. It came like right before Christmas. I'm talking summer colours like.
Also like t-shirts and shorts coming out just before Christmas.
Shorts, beige tracksuits, red tracksuits, like the kit coming just before Christmas when everyone's already got the Christmas presents. So I was stuck with that. Been over the head with that one. Then I've had it done before where you've ordered with the factory and then a factory's gone. We'll give it another factory. A factory is not as good, and it comes in t-shirts like tracing paper. Just no good. I ended up giving all them to a charity in Uganda. Full collection, just sent them all off to Uganda.
So,
to an orphanage.
Do you get money back on that, or?
No, it's just a loss. Just lose it.
I mean, at least you did something good with it.
Oh, yeah, like, we always try and do little bits, like, you might have seen it on my Instagram the other day. We sent, like, 3 vans over to Turkey and Syria, you know, the earthquake appeal, which awful what's happened, but we sent all that over.
Bad what's going on over there at the minute.
Yeah, really bad. Oh, we've just had a new one. We've had cargo pants coming in with like some prints in. One leg's the right way around. The other leg, the print's upside down. That's the sort of stuff you can deal with, do you know what I mean? You just got to take it on the chin and move on.
So now you're obviously ordering big quantities. You're dealing with the same people more consistently, and those processes are obviously a lot more smoother now. Oh yeah, we have a great factory we work with in Turkey. They become like family in the end. Do you know what I mean? You speak to them every day on the phone. Yeah. So you start to learn a lot about them. You get to know the families and all about them and stuff. So it's about building good relationships with people, really. So big news. Mercier's in JD. How do you get your brand in JD? So that, you know what, I didn't realise till I went in with my agent, was looking around JD, and there's like not many independent brands in there. Like well-established brands, aren't they? Obviously like North Face, Nike. You got all your big brands in there. You got Billionaire Boys Club in there and stuff now. I looked around and he was like, there's hardly any independents in here, you know. And so he's like, we've gone in, there's a couple of others in. And they've seen like how we've been doing the past few years. Do you know what I mean? They keep an eye on things and they see what people are wearing. I mean, they've got teams to spot trends and 100%. See what people are wanting. So. Yeah, so they put an order in. And our collection should have sort of gone in to say 35, 40 stores all at once, but it didn't actually all land at once. So it went in bit part. So they call it like, it was like hanger swinging. So the next lot was meant to go in and fill the rail, but by that point, this bit's sold out. So it was like, we can't actually get a full collection because it's selling that quick off the shelf sort of thing. Okay. So then this is first time it's dropped in JD. Yeah, first time it's dropped in JD. Yeah. And then it's just catapulted from there. And then we've had meetings with them this week, and then it sort of goes to Europe in September and stuff like that. So go to a few hundred stores. Yeah, because JD are expanding big now, right? Really big, yeah. I think I read the other day like 250 to 300 stores a year. I'm sure it was that. And it's all brick and mortar, they seem to be focused on. Yeah, they want to expand by like 40%, which is huge. You can see how big they are now. Yeah, so for sure. Imagine that. It's a lot of stores, and these aren't like little small stores. They want to go big. Oh yeah, the stores are getting a lot of money put into them. Yeah. When you go in every city centre in the UK, these JD stores they're no joke. Like flagships everywhere now. And even like smaller stores are popping up to where you wouldn't really think there were shops at. It's crazy to see. They're really pushing it. So I mean, it's great. I think we've gone in there at the right time. Like gone in, selling. They've got a big like growth mission, and then obviously they've got a lot of stores in America as well, haven't they? Which can be great. Yeah, for sure. I think how trends are getting popular now. It's a lot different. You can have some stuff that's going popular in America just off the UK social media. Oh yeah, 100%. There's a lot of ties to it. Like some of our collections coming out soon are like baseball inspired, basketball inspired. That sort of like college look. So it is sort of going that way. And America and UK, they always bounce off each other anyway, don't they? Like you can look at the rap scene and stuff and grime scene and stuff. Right now, so you're in JD. Yeah. You're obviously e-commerce on every social media channel. Where do you see most of your traffic come from? I'd say ours it's Instagram. Like we were saying before, TikTok just blowing up, hasn't it? TikTok's absolutely crazy. Yeah, TikTok's crazy now, man. Yeah. So we're just going to start pushing TikTok a lot more and being a lot more like transparent with the business, the people behind it, the day-to-day side of it. Because you see people now, they want to watch what happens in businesses, not just like corporate side of business, like what do they get up to behind the scenes and during the day. And I mean, everyone's on social media every day, right? Yeah. It's just part of your routine. People are just glued to the phones, aren't they now? It's just life. It's not necessarily a bad thing either. I mean, you can get good enjoyment out of it, can't you? And if you're interested in a brand, there's so much to learn as well and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Mad. So yeah, it's exciting stuff. I think over the next few years, right now we're definitely seeing big changes in how people are looking at social media and stuff. So our content's going to be coming out the next few years is going to get pretty crazy. You see a lot of big brands now, and it's hard to actually envision them as being a hobby. So like you look at Mercier now and you think, well, they're in JD, they're smashing it online. But when did it change from like just being like a hobby to an actual business?
Yeah, I remember when I started it, and it was tough at the start. I remember looking at brands thinking, I'd love to do what they're doing. They're like massive. And then if you just keep sticking at it and cracking on, you do end up surpassing people and growing and growing and growing. But a turning point was, we used to drop stuff, say like, was getting 200 tracksuits a time. They might last us 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, depending how popular they were. We dropped the grey badge tracksuit. Very first time, we dropped like 200 of them, sold in like 6 to 8 weeks, sold out. And then they ordered 500 a few months later. Dropped it one night, like 8 o'clock, sold out the 500 in 2 hours, gone.
2 hours?
2 hours gone, like 500 of them done.
So how much was that in sales?
Definitely onto something here. That was just over 50 grand. So I was like...
50 grand in 2 hours?
50 grand, and was probably doing like 2 grand a day at the time. To go from 2 grand a day and then you just drop something and go on 50k, I was like, wow, I'm onto something here, definitely. And then that's why we ran with the badge for so long, just because there's a core customer who do want that. Do you know what I mean? So we have the original badge stuff, which sells to the core customer and just... it's your bread and butter, and then we do cooler stuff where we do lower numbers. So we'll keep certain things to like 200 pieces. Okay. And we'll just keep that on the site. That won't go anywhere else, like little exclusive bits. Yeah, I mean, each brand's got the core pieces that they're recognised for, right? Yeah, exactly. It's your signature. You're on Shopify, right? Shopify, yeah. Only just gone to Shopify Plus now, to be honest. I think that it was like overdue. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm like, I probably leave things too late me before making the transition. So like last Black Friday, we got caught out. We got a huge influx of orders. Really, I should have had the infrastructure in place for Black Friday. And I thought, no, we'll be all right with the staff we've got. We'll just employ more staff. We'll get agency staff in. And then Black Friday week comes and you're like, shit. We end up doing like so much more than what I thought was going to be good. So how much did you do on Black Friday? Black Friday was probably like, it was like top end of 6 figures, but... Oh, you made 6 figures on Black Friday week? Yeah. Wow. Top end, yeah. How did it handle that? It didn't. Okay. That's the thing. So it sounds great doing it, but you've got to be able to fulfill them orders, or it's pointless because you're gonna get customers who are getting frustrated. Do you know what I mean? You need to keep everyone happy. So I would have took a lot less than that to make sure all my customers got their orders within 2 to 3 days. If someone said you can do this and be 10, 12 days behind, and all your customers are fuming, or you can take this, which is a lot less, and have them all out fulfilled in 2 to 3 days, I would have took the latter, definitely. That's the thing, you need to just look after your customer. It's all about the customer at the end of the day. 100%. People are shopping with you because they trust you. Yeah. You believe in your brand. You want your customers to have a good experience. Yeah. Ultimately, you want them to come back. You want everyone to have a good shopping experience. Yeah. You want the shopping experience. You can take that in a day and you could get a customer who's pissed off and never coming back again. That's not what you want though, is it? No, you want that customer to enjoy the experience and be like, I like Mercier. I'm going to keep going back. They get the odds out on time. The quality's good. Do you know what I mean? It's a good shopping experience. It's easy, it's simple, and it's with me fast. So this year, this is what will happen every time you order. We won't have that again now. You need these things to happen though, don't you, for you to... Yeah, you also need the right software. I didn't know, like, we implemented software now where your warehouse picks and packers pick between 500 to 700 orders per person a day. Ours were doing like 150 to 200 a day. Oh, wow. So they can pick like 3 times as much. It's just all scanned in, bleep, 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 and it's done. Wow, that's a big difference then. Yeah, so that's where we're investing. We're investing on the back end, so it's a better shopping experience for everyone. So you were telling me earlier you just had a lawsuit from a massive brand. What's coming about with that? Yeah, so the brand's Mercier. There was a champagne called Mercier, which I didn't know about. So they've just sort of they sent us a letter saying like, we're Mercier. Obviously, okay. 2 completely different things. One selling tracksuits, you know what I mean, to young lads. One selling champagne. And then it went back and forth for a while, and it just came. We just decided, after a bit of negotiating, that we'll live side by side. And whatever country we go in, like, it's amicable. You stick to your clothes, we'll stick to the champagne. But it's a bit of a wake up when we got that one.
It's tough, isn't it? Because when you're trying to get out there as much as possible, these are like random things you've run into. How would you know?
You'd never ever think it. And obviously, if you've not heard of something, you're not going to know. And like when you go to school and stuff, they don't teach you about all this trademark, copyright, names. You just think, oh, fuck this name, I can do it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's mad, but...
Because you think, oh, I've got a logo attached, as long as it's in the same logo. Yeah,
as long as it's not the same logo, or as long as it's not like in the same industry, like both selling the same shoe. Like I know there's a footwear brand, which is my actual surname, isn't there?
Yeah.
Mercier Amsterdam. If I was doing that Mercier, my surname, then I'd get that. Do you know what I mean? There's an issue. But that's the only reason I changed my name, because they had the name I wanted to call it.
Oh,
so
really?
I had to stick an eye in it. Yeah.
It works, so...
Yeah, it works because it
feels a bit more French, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. We do get people thinking it is French.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I mean, you've sort of like... When you do think of Mercier, I mean, you have got them sort of staple... first, like, multi-badge...
Yeah.
Multi-badge sets is in blue, white and red in it. So
blue, white and red, and we had like a tab that's blue, white and red. And we say it was inspired by like the French surname and stuff, but like there was a gym in someone was in the gym in Salford, and a lad came in Mercier, and he's like, oh, I know the owner of him. And he's like, you don't, mate, it's French this. He went, no, the owner of him, it's from Manchester. He went, nah, he's not. He went, he is. He thought it was a French guy owning it. But
I remember you telling me you had a wagon go missing. So how did that happen?
Had two.
You had two go missing?
Two done, yeah, both times Yorkshire. So it's been up here, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so not November just gone, the November before, this was like definitely an inside job. They pulled over somewhere in Sheffield at surfaces, so they have a massive big car park here for the wagons, a petrol station here, and then there's like a big line of bushes here, and he's parked right next to the bushes. And on there, I think was 9 pallets of clothing. Yeah, 9 pallets, which is, it's a lot. You need another wagon to take it.
Yeah.
So they've sliced it all, and then 5 or 6 of them have just emptied 9 pallets onto another wagon and just got off. Obviously, false plates and all that. So that had gone. And then it happened this November as well, just before Christmas.
So where was that going?
That was in that was on the street in my warehouse, that. So it turned up. So my staff had been working all day, and it got to like 6 o'clock, and the delivery driver was like, I'll be 5 minutes. I said, everyone's going home, like, you're going to have to deliver it tomorrow now. Not knowing he's like on the street. So he's parked up. I've seen the CCTV. A car comes, indicates to say it's that wagon there, drives off, then another wagon pulls up next to it, slice it, jump in, open the doors and just empty that one. Oh, it's mad. But that's where the saying comes from, innit? Off the back of a lorry. So someone got a load of Christmas presents off the back of a lorry, but it's just one of them, innit?
It's all part of the game. The thing is, you're going to run into these problems, man.
Yeah.
The thing is, when these problems pop up, it's a sign that you are growing. Because you've got to have a lot of stock moving in the first place.
There's a bit of demand there for it as well, aren't there? People are robbing wagons for it, so yeah.
That's it. What can you do? So, what's next for Mercier? What's the plans in the future?
So, we've just had meetings today. Like I said, we've Win and his business partner Megan. So last year we put a lot of investment into like billboards and stuff. We've done like the biggest billboard in Europe.
Seeing that. Was it in Manchester, that?
Yeah, that was in Manchester, okay. next to Old Trafford. It's a huge one there. We've done that one, and then we've done loads over the motorways and stuff. We've done all the underground in London. So we're going to switch it up this year. We're going to start doing a lot with artists, product placement. We're going to be doing like festivals. So you see it's about like the festival scene and stuff like that. So we're going to diversify our market a bit more. And then obviously push to Europe now. We're building some more fascias. We have a demand in Europe. We have like quite a big demand in Iceland.
Okay.
Yeah, which is mad. Denmark, obviously Australia, America. So we're going to start building fascias, new websites, different countries and stuff like that. Yeah,
hosting in them specific
countries. Just so the customer in that country gets a better shopping experience.
So what about in France? Because obviously French vibes.
Yeah, so we was there the other week. We've done a shoot actually with a load of Parisian kids. That was good.
What, you went to Paris, didn't you?
Yeah. So we flew over to Paris, put them on Instagram. Any lads from Paris want to do a shoot. Few popped up and we met a group in the morning, done a bit of a shoot with them, group in the afternoon, then just give them loads of free Mercy stuff. had a bit of a day with him. It was good. Good.
It's mad how internet works, isn't it?
Oh, it's mad. And not only
Put a
that,
story on, you meet people in Paris.
Meet people in Paris doing a shoot with you, and they know the spots. Do you know what I mean? They know the spots, and they're just cool kids from Paris. So yeah, we've done that.
So we'll get on to sneaker news.
Yes.
First off, have you seen these big red boots going about? Like these mischief big red Astro Boy boots. What do you think about them?
I mean, I won't wear them myself. I mean, if someone give me a pair, I'd keep them. But
I think this is like.
I think you're going to see some. You are going to see some people in them, though, aren't you?
I think it's just these Americans go crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's mad. It's a great marketing tool as well for them, isn't it? Like,
everyone's
talking about big red boots now.
I know, but you see loud shoes. I mean, I remember when like Yeezy 350s came out, everyone were like, "Yeah, this is a crazy trainer." But then it sort of got a bit more.
Imagine if everything transitions to that.
If that happens, I don't know. We might be watching this in 10 minutes, both in big red boots. I hope not.
Yeah, it's a mad one, isn't it?
I've been seeing crazy amount of like US celebrities wearing them.
I know, and I do think it is gonna. Some cool influencers are going to start wearing it.
I don't know how
big baggy pants and
I don't know how that could be good though. I don't know. It could have.
I'd like to put a pair on though, just to see what they feel like. Do you know what I mean?
They must be heavy though.
Yeah,
I've seen a video of this guy where he can't get them off though. If they're fully made out of rubber, then they must be. They can't be right comfortable.
It's what the inside would be like and everything. Now you're walking them. Weird, isn't it? It's just mad.
Well, you're right. The thing is, these brands that have like these loud products. I mean, this is why Balenciaga obviously do quite well. They've dropped these products just for their clout,
innit? Yeah, 100%. Have you seen the Balenciaga one where they're like flattened bottles, like Coca-Cola bottles or something, like flattened with like the thong thing in for flip-flops? They're mad. And they've done them like high-tech ones.
Everyone starts sharing them and every single time. And
free advertising.
They're loving it as well.
God, I'm going to make a pair.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to get some big red Mercier boots coming soon. What else? Did you see that Supreme helicopter?
Yeah,
that's pretty sick. To be fair,
it's class. The actual video was mega.
Yeah, going over Hollywood.
The Hollywood sign. So I've seen there's a brand in Australia actually, and I see they put their brand on a helicopter, and I thought it'd be meant to just wrap one completely in Mercier. Let's go over a few cities.
Mercier chopper coming soon.
I'd love to do that. That's something like I'd actually probably do. Definitely.
Yeah, these marketing stunts, man, they're it's exciting stuff.
I'd definitely do that 100%.
I think it were like announcing like a Hollywood star, right?
Yeah, they've shut the other one, haven't they, after however many years?
Yeah, I mean, are people still going mad for Supreme anymore? I remember he definitely had a big pop.
You are seeing a bit of I think slide.
Yeah,
there's other brands now, isn't there, coming through? Kids are wearing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot bigger brands do more collabs right now as well, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like,
remember the old store when there was that much demand, someone nicked the sign off it?
Yeah.
Someone nicked the sign, they said, whoever gets me that sign back gets a box logo, hoodie. And that went everywhere, I remember that. That's when I thought like Supreme was like, wow.
Thing is, I'm not really into Supreme myself, but when you see him doing collabs with stuff like Stone Island and stuff, I am actually into that, mate.
Yeah.
LVs, you know what I mean?
They've done some mega stuff, haven't they?
They are actually big boy collabs. They've literally done everything, haven't they?
Yeah, everything.
Seen that Michael Jordan film coming out?
I hadn't until you'd mentioned it. Obviously an advert for it. I can't remember, but I'll be watching it 100%.
Into Michael Jordan stuff?
You know what I like? Now I've got like a brand and stuff. When I watch things, I look at what they're wearing then. Because if you watch stuff like the Michael Jordan era, all that's coming back now.
Yeah, for sure. And
the baggy jeans,
it's like
everything's super baggy.
It's a weird one with Jordans, because I mean, you get like Gen Z are all wearing Jordans now.
Yeah.
Nobody is old enough to watch Michael Jordan.
No. Probably don't know this.
and everyone's just always seeing Nike as being this massive brand.
Yeah.
But it's only 40 years ago, Nike weren't big.
Yeah.
So when you see like a bit of back end of that story, I think it's pretty sick, mate, to be fair.
Yeah. Seen Shoe Dog?
Shoe Dog.
You've read the book on
No, the book. No, I haven't read it.
That's really good. Yeah, class. I'd highly recommend that. Loads about like the business side of it and loads about him and how we got the athletes in it and stuff like that. He was paying out millions for
athletes. There were that Last Dance documentary on Netflix that was with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
That's when Jordan started getting crazy because everyone's seen the...
Yeah, he's an animal in as well, wasn't
he? Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yes, all good people. Another episode's wrapped up.
Thank you very much, mate.
Nice to have you on, bro.
Yeah, it was good. It's good.
So don't forget, I'm going to have Mercier's Instagram, website, TikTok, all the social medias. Go check him out. Go check out the brand. Go shop all exclusive rare kicks on www.kingofkicks.co.uk. Subscribe to the channel. More guests coming up. See you soon.